Yo. Ooh, new illustrations. Don't mind if I do not. Don't mind if I do not. Well, let's jump into ranked. Ba 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 ba. Yes. Hopefully I can do better than last night. I mean, last night was okay. I mean, was it okay? I mean, well, I got first last night once or twice. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Perfect little dip. Can I get a song, please? Thank you. Ah, now we're talking. Probably want to drop 9-pin next. Why, yes, I do. Like, I could have kept 9-pin, done 789, and then I would have had, like, either a Shampon here or something like that. But I'll just get rid of it. Haku next. And then probably Nan. Let's drop Onso first, though. Then I can probably drop Nan next. I mean, if it's going to give me 1 pin, I'll just have to drop 1 pin instead. Alright, I'll get rid of Nan now. Perfect, Ishanten. Reach Pimfu, Ipeko. SSK? I could get SSK instead of Ipeko. I can't get both. It's just, can I drop 8 so? Apparently not. Done. Humu. Hone eats. No. Chun Sha. Sha? Pondes. Wait. I could Hone eats here. Could have also kept that and gone for the Dora. No Hone eats for me. Looks like it'll just be Chun and Sha. Actually, dropping East was better than dropping Thuso there. My mistake. Just kind of threw it without thinking. Heriche! That's bad. That's quite bad. Just throw out the taunt anyway, I suppose. Even though they're dealer. So that was actually like really dangerous, but... Suppose this will do. Although if a sussy tile shows up, I will just fold. By dropping my... Probably by dropping my chuns. Now is not the time to be conning. That's a sussy tile. I don't know. Everything has somehow worked out for the best. Maybe. If I get Forso, it'll be the best. The best, the best, the best, the best of you.
私がハイをちゃんと見てあげられていなかったんでしょうか。
Come on, guys. Forso is Suji. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now 3-pin gets played. And then I win. I'm playing with fire here. I'm playing with fire. Hey, you dealt in. It's a 1-4-pin, wait. One, two, three, four. Sanonko is possible? Tanyao, maybe not? Ara. That helps. Now actually like the 345 SSK is doable as well now. The 345 SSK is really doable now. 345 SSK, Dora. I don't have any safe tiles. There's like no information to go off. There's still no information to go off. I'm like blind. It's probably not 8-pin. I could have also dropped 3-pin and moved towards Cheat Toy instead. That was also an option. Oh well. I could maybe drop 5-so. Maybe. I think 5-so is actually super dangerous though. So I probably won't drop it unless I have proof that it's safe. Even if he double Sujis, I won't drop it. 3-6 is also scary. Chumonya. That's a big one. Wow. Tanyao, Dora 4. This cat is going the distance. South wind, Dora is south. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. And I have a daughter. Emmett. Things are going well. I don't really have a pair though. That could do it. That could work as a pair. I could also pick up and then like pawn it. If I get the pair and then I could pawn it and then like drop one of the 9s and then that'd work as a pair as well. Ah, sad. If I just dropped Nan or 5 man instead, I wouldn't be in this situation. Oh well.
残念です。
Oh well.
僕にとっては都合がいいのですが、他の人にとっては都合が悪いかもしれませんね。
I feel like I know that voice.
ポン。
Pong. Ponya. Everyone's pawning. Leech.
リーチです。
Ah. Leech, Dora. That's pretty much it. Maybe Epots, maybe Sumo. Epot Sumo would surely be nice. What's up, Jin?
すみません。
How are you on this fine afternoon?
シャー。
I really lost to a Khan-chan, wait? Really? Okay. Wait, you're finally positive in Jade? Hell yes. That's what you like to see. Haven't been playing much, you get nervous? That's understandable. I was definitely super nervous in my first Jade match, my first few Jade matches as well.
Pong.
Yeah. Go away. Go away, Shimosha. Generally try not to worry too much about ranked. Yeah, same. But like everyone hypes up Jade Room. They're like, oh, this is where the real Mahjong starts and all that. So like sometimes it sort of gets to you and makes you a bit more nervous, even though you normally wouldn't be. Take more mental energy to play? That's true. Got on Noto while farming quests? Hell yes. That was a really hard choice. Whether to shove for the Ipeiko or work around. Yes, Shishanten. 4-man is Suji, so I can probably shove it. It's just a question of do I Ichi or not? Doesn't matter. Ich Dora. Oh, there goes my dealer. Daughter is 9-pin. 1, 2, 3 groups. Pretty good. Like, it's only 3 groups, but 2 of the sequences are already done. So it's actually quite decent, and that's even better. Even better, Rianshanten. Wow, Ishanten. I keep 1 so, because if I get 3 so, I can drop 2 so. It's still Ishanten that way, but the acceptance for Tenpai is slightly wider if I go that way. But, doesn't matter, picked up the 3-man. Sokurich. Suchi pin weight. Pretty good. And I've got Suji on the 4 as well, so... this could end nicely. Reach Pinfu Dora. Wow, Dora theory. I respect it. Pon? On the Sha? Oh, gross. Is that a Manzu Honitsu? That's scary. Sure hope I don't deal into that. Oh, gross. Is that a Tanyao? That's scary. Hope I don't deal into that. I won't. Suma. See? Everything's fine. Nice 4-hand hand, 5200, yep, as I expected. Thanks for changing the draw order, you fools. I shove Honitsu here, don't I? Oh yeah, I totally shove Honitsu. Oh. I shove Honitsu. Like, I could Chitoi. I would be an Ishanten for Chitoi. But I shove Honitsu. I'm in Ishanten for Chitoi anyway. How did I get here? Wait, once Ponya. I will also Ponya. You pawn, I pawn, we all pawn. Shape is too good to pass up on Honitsu? Yeah. You're damn right. Also, if I go for Chitoi, it's just like... it's just Chitoi, like it's at each Chitoi or whatever. Maybe I sumo if I'm lucky. But if I go for the Honitsu, Dora acceptance is there. So it's pretty good. Mumu. Ah. Yeah. So Zoo were very sus. I would have, if I'd gotten to Tempai, I would have dropped 5 so anyway. But I did at least recognize that they were dangerous. Guess I just pawn Nan here, I suppose. I could also Nah, I pawn Nan. Yeah, I pawn Nan. Like, if I want first, it's probably better to just Damaten and go for the Riichi for more points. But Toyman is trying to catch up to me, and he's dealer, so it's kind of better to just go for a quick cheap hand, rotate the dealer around so that they don't get the bonus dealer points. Although this could turn into Chitoi. It's turning into Chitoi. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could turn it into Toy Toy. Oh, that helps. Somewhat. That helps somewhat. I can definitely just go pawn the Nun now if I want to. Chinya. Missed Hondoto. What is Hondoto again? Run it by me. Harichi. All honors and terminals? I guess so. The thing that I didn't want to happen is happening. Tuan, but it's always Toy Toy, so you get 4. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Daughter's 5, 1, 2, 3 groups. This is alright. This ain't bad. I could definitely like shove Tanyao. Maybe. I don't know why I dropped 1 pin there. I think I was looking too closely at Tanyao. But whatever. 'Tis what it is. We'll simply just get the 567 SSK here. Wait, there you go. Ishanten for the 567 SSK. Reach, Tanyao, Pinfu, Dora, Sanshoku Dojin. Pretty good. Do I slam Furiten? Oh, the 3-sided weight for Furiten? Hell yeah, I slam that. Hell yeah, I slam that. I lose my SSK. Unfortunate. But it's still Riichi Pinfu Dora. Harichi! Now die. Oh, you lived. Impressive. 大したもんだ.
Run!
ですよね. Three looked amazing, it did, but this guy was going for Manzu Honitsu, so he had no Pinzu, so it was pretty much based entirely on whether somebody else gave me the tile I wanted. And since no one's in control of what they're discarding, there wasn't much to hope for. Swimsuit is becoming too strong. She must be stopped. I'll handle her. Trust me. I got this. They don't call me the hero of the South for nothing.
僕にとっては都合がいいのですが、他の人にとっては都合が悪いかもしれませんね。
The hero of the South is here. Chi!
です。
Quake in fear. An awfully dangerous tile you're dropping there, buddy. Careful. Better watch yourself. Riichi. Ooh, somebody's fighting. Riichi, oh, somebody's fighting. And that somebody ain't me. I would very much like to live. Oh, Chun's safe. It's a miracle. Oh my god, I'm back in Tenpai. All according to plan. The perfect plan. Oh, he's summoned anyway. And it's a big one. Ugh, Hanuman, gross. There goes my third place. That's awkward. What to do? Pon.
ポンです。
This isn't good. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't let the game know that it's not good. We just need to keep thinking that it is good, and it'll become good. It's okay, you do get dealer repeat 5. Hell yeah. I kind of pawned this Chun without really thinking about what I was going to do afterwards. And now I'm just kind of sitting here like, well, I don't really have anything. Like, it's Ishanten,
ポンです。
but it's kind of Gabo. It's kind of a Gabo Ishanten. It's Chunnomi. The food count's not. I mean, it's kind of. The food count's kind of whatever. It's not that good. It's alright. This guy is just going for like a half flush and doesn't even care. Doesn't even care that I'm also going for a half flush. Of course, why would anyone fold? Why would anyone fold ever? Everyone just shoves in this game. Nobody folds. Nobody plays carefully. Everyone's just like, ooh, shove, ooh, shove, ooh, shove. Ooh, me shove. Not a single person apart from me has folded this entire game. See? They just don't care. Because if I gamba, I die. That's why. Look, there's his Honitsu, and he had the bloody Haku as well. So yeah, he just didn't care. It was just like, oh, I'll shove. I mean, I appreciate third place being closer, but I would have appreciated if I actually won a hand for once as well. This is not very good, is it? 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess I can force an SSK. I guess I can force an SSK, huh? I have all the groups and stuff I need. The thing is, I don't know whether it's a 1, 2, 3 SSK or 3, 4, 5 SSK. Could be either of them. Could be none of them. Could just be Tanya. Ambiguous SSK. What are you doing? Are you trying to feed him? Please stop feeding him. Just let me live. Looks like it's a 1, 2, 3. Ishanten. Stop dropping Sozu, Shimocha. You're going to get yourself killed. Tenpai. Put the sign up. Tap the sign. Oh my god. Give me Dora. Damn it. Can give me Dora. Damn it. Ooh, scary. That 5 so was so scary. Yes!
ロンです。
Oh my god.
3色同順。
These people are insane. Speaking of insane people, last night, before I went to bed, I decided to play one game of Mahjong on Tenho, and it was the most hellish, devilish game I've ever played of Mahjong. Because my Shimucha, every single hand, the entire game, Shimucha shoved Honitsu. It was hell. After the first one, I was like, oh, you went Honitsu, that's cool. The second one, oh, he went Honitsu again. I guess he got lucky. The third one, oh my god, he's going Honitsu every time. I want to stop playing. Like, I wanted to leave. Like, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I want to play against this guy. I was like, maybe I just leave the game. Wait, why did I drop 4? Fuck, I'm an idiot. Holy shit, I'm stupid. Holy shit, I'm stupid. What was I thinking? Oh my god. I think I thought that this was like I knew it was a 4-pin, but for some reason I thought that this was a Kanchan weight instead of a Ryanman. For some insane reason, I have no idea. I have no idea what was going on in my head. I've ruined it. I've ruined everything. I'm gonna deal into Kamicha now. Oh, okay. Oh, this is stupid, but whatever. Oh. Run!
ロンです。
Ah. Ah.
イーペイコー、タンヤオ。
This is too stressful. This is too stressful. Leave me alone. I somehow made it to third. And the title of this song is I Will. It's perfect. That's fine. That's just a pawn. Who cares about that? He's probably got like a Yakuhai in his hand though, but who cares about that? He had the same thing last time and I still won. Second place in sight. We're not aiming for second place. We're not aiming for the truck. Yes, I do think I can defeat the Popsicle Mama. The moment you decide that you can't do something, it's all over. So as long as you believe that you can, a miracle can occur. Dropping Hatsu was better than dropping Sixo, technically. Was it? No, it wasn't. No, dropping Sixo is best. No matter which way you slice the bread, dropping Sixo is the best there. But, like, technically I could have picked up, like, a 5 or a 7, and then it would have been a Rianmen, which would have been slightly better. There's a 7 now. Still drop it. Still drop 7. Hatsu is a safe tile now. So they're probably rotating to Chinitsu. And they got it. And because I'm dealer, I come last now because I'm dealer. Well, if you can't beat them, join him. All that struggling I did yesterday, and I'm immediately lost it all in the first game. Through no fault of my own, by the way. I dealt in once that entire game, and it was because I was in Lichi, so there was nothing I could have done. Oh, okay. That's a nice start. Lovely way to start the game. A third turn Lichi. Oh, yay. Cool. And now dealer is someone that I have to be careful of as well. Surely 3-pin is safe, right? Oh, it was 4-7. I was right though, for the 3-pin was safe. Oh. That's okay. Ara. Ara. 1, 2, 3 groups. I could even force Honitsu. But do I force Honitsu? Maybe I'll force it a little bit. That's moving away from the Honitsu. Sad. Ah, it's moving even further away. Honitsu, no! Come back. Oh. Ho. Ho. Don't be fooled. Fooled by what? Fooled by what? This is my time. Someone will sumo no me? No, they won't. It always happens in Jade, not to me. Ho. Ho.
リーチ
Ho.
楽しみ
Ho. Whatever. Hm.
全部ちょうだい
Where's the forward Ichi drawer? I mean, I would have had to go into Ichi to do that, but I never got to Tenpai. See, it wasn't Sumo no Mi. It was Ichi Sumo no Mi. I was right. Everything's fine. Pon cat pons again. Is this the Dora Tanki Reach? Is that what this is? Is it supposed to sound like a wind tunnel? Yes. That's what makes it so good. Oh, it's over, thank God. Don't appreciate that.
リーチ楽しみ ズモ
Ara.
全部ちょうだい
Ara, it was almost just as okay. Ara. Oh my. What a starting hand. Do I shove for Chitoi? I guess this is Chitoi. Isn't the Sumo Queen Toki from the Saki collab? Hmm. Double ton, baby. 楽しみ。Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Pom.
ロン、それちょうだい。
Che. That's so lame. Oh my god, that's the lamest hand I've ever seen in my life. Zero skill involved with that hand, just pure lameness. 2, 3, 4. Well, this is a decent hand, I suppose. It's okay. Reach Pinfu Dora Dora. Or not? Who knows? At least I get 3 daughters, though, to make up for the Pinfu. Ara. Ararararara. Fosso gives me the Sun Menchan here. Interesting. Gonna drop the daughter, buddy? Ah. Kagome, Kagome. Probably should have just dropped the 5-man. And gone for the Rianmen. Like, Toyman might give it to me, but I doubt I'll be getting it from anywhere else.
そろそろ終わっちゃう感じ。最後まで気抜かないぞ。
Oh well, too late. No tempai for me.
あ、ポン。
Especially if you're going to do that. Get off my ass for 2 seconds, would you? Get SSK'd, brother. Ara. Ara. Oh my. They were like, oh, sorry, you're supposed to win that last game. We're sorry we didn't, we messed up. You're supposed to win that one. Here's a god hand. Now you'll just win this one instead. Pom. Pom. And now we wait. Starting the day strong. I mean, just don't look at the results history at the moment. And yes, you're right, I am. I'm not super happy about the Khan 5-man wait, but can't really change it. Tunky the 4M? I considered it. Fortunately, everything worked out. Like, the only real reason to Tunky the 4M there is because having the closed Anko of the 7-pin gives you what's the word? More Fu. But since it's already a guaranteed 5 Han, then the Fu count doesn't really matter. A 777123 has greater upgrade possibility. Oh yeah, because if like I could get the 4-pin and then turn it into a Nobitan that way as well, yeah. Technically that's right. But it's more than just Mahjong is about more than just the most optimal moves. Yeah, there was a con chance. I considered that as well. There are a number of things that I considered, basically. Kagome, Kagome. But I decided that the con 5 was the best weight in the end. I mean, it wasn't even like occult stuff, it's just logic. Like, I have Suji on the 5-man, and also on top of that, Sumo Giri gives less information than cutting from the inside does, so it's harder for people to see what my hand is. There's a number of minor factors. Wow. Everyone just decided to fight for some reason. Oh. I'll also decide to fight. Ooh. That's fine. That's Irichi Sumodora. It's cheapo. I just need something quick and easy to get into first here. Humu. I knew just forcing Honitsu off the bat was the right option. But I thought, you know, Dora's 4-man, I have 5-man, like I could get Dora. And then I could just like reach Dora and then that'd be nice. Oh well. I guess I'll just force Honitsu now. The Sozu are laughing at me. Hey, that's another Dora. That makes me want to use the 5 even more. Kagome. Ride the fire. Oh well. Second, it looks like. Hatsudora, Dora. Should still be second. Yes.
こういう時は笑うべきなのかな。
Unfortunate hand, yeah. Maybe if I'd kept the 6 pin, it could have gone better. I wanted to go for the Honitsu, but like, I waited too long to drop 5 man, and then it became the daughter, which was suddenly very dangerous. Especially against like Shimocha and Kamicha, it was super dangerous against both of them. Oh well. And like when I picked up the 7 pin, I was just like, I can't play this. 7 pin was so dangerous. Second is good enough, I agree. Second will have to do. Ne. Wait. Ish. East wind, east one. Daughter is Tuso. 1, 2, 3 groups. 4 groups. 4 groups. No daughters at the moment, so this hand is, in terms of value, it's not much. I can't pick up any more 6-os. There are no 6-os left. I can't Tanya. Keeping 4 pin might have been good because it's like a 4-5 pin weight. Oh, I picked up the 3 pin. Keeping 4 pin was the right idea. Turns out, dropping 8-so or 1 man was the correct decision. Rather than 4 pin there. Oh well. We still made it to Ishanten, but it's a lot more worse than it could have been. Well, now it's slightly better. Just drop 6 pin, go into Ichi. If I get the 8 man, I can do Pinfu as well. Even better. Okay, pretty much guaranteed Pinfu here. Oh, never mind. Harichi! Irichi no mi. Maybe if I can sumo, that'd be nice. Uda is possible. Uda 3 is possible. Only 1 5 pin has been played. Wrong. No Uda 3 for me. No Uda at all. Hum. Huma. Isn't this hand Chitoi? Am I reading this wrong? It looks like Chitoi to me. It could, I guess it could go into like a Richi sort of hand. But at the moment it screams Chitoi at me at the moment. It is continuing to scream. Though I don't know whether it's about Chitoi or about because it's in pain. Alright, looks like it's just because it's in pain. Probably can drop the Dora. Probably. Never mind. Ishanten. Reach Dora Dora. I could have kept 9, so, and then I could have like cheated for the Itsu as well. And it would have been Itsu Dora Dora. Richi nya. This is bad. This is decidedly not good. Somehow getting worse. Somehow. If my read is right, I can't get to Tenpai. My 2 reads are 4-7 mon and 5-8 pin. Those are my reads. So there's pretty much no way I get to Tenpai. It was 2 5-pin. Alright, close enough. Add the 5 in there. Hatsu Dora? Perhaps. Perhaps like, oh, okay, Bon, wow. Huh. Took me off guard there. Ara. That's perfect. Getting Sozu from Kamicha might prove to be a bit difficult, but oh well. I'll just have to sumo them myself. As easy as that. Huh. This hand is giving me some weird tiles. I appreciate them, but I don't know what to do with them. 1, 2, 3, 5. I've got too many things. Too many stuff. Too many things. Thinking about something? I'm also thinking about something. This weight is terrible, I've noticed. This weight is now dead. It's now alive again. Wait. Oh, I die. Wait. Can't say I didn't see it coming. But I didn't feel like folding. Oh my god, stop asking me to pawn. If I want to pawn, I'll say pawn. Choose a weight that doesn't suck challenge. Impossible. I suppose the Haku weight is not that bad, though, really. And now I even have a daughter to go with it. How nice. Haku, Sha, Dora. De, yaba? Misutta kana? I wonder if I pick up a 3 or a 5 man, do I switch the weight? It's technically better. Is it? It's not much. It's not better. It's the same. There are 2 6-mans left. And there are 2 Hakus left. So, speaking from a numbers standpoint, it's exactly the same. But worse because it's less points. But speaking from a likeliness standpoint, it's very likely that somebody has a pair of the Haku in their hand. So switching is probably essential. Wow. I'm very surprised that Shun was safe. Ron. Tanya Dora-san. You did that to yourself. Welcome to 4th place. How does it feel, stupid cat? Looks like an Itsu to me. If I didn't know any better. Ara. I mean, that doesn't help that much. Because even if I pawn it, I don't have a pair, so it won't actually put me in Tenpai. But it's nice to have. It is nice to have. I can use it as a pair. After all. Reach, Itsu, Dora, Fohan. If I get any Ura, it's a guaranteed Mangan. And if I sumo, it's a guaranteed Mangan as well. I'll most likely have to rely on sumo here. Unfortunate, but oh well. Well, there's a chance I won't have to rely on sumo if that guy's going into Riichi. Oh, Suji. 2 through from an unpair, that's true. I'm gonna go walk off a cliff now. I probably lose out on SSK here. Unless... No, well... No. At least, not the 1, 2, 3. The 2, 3, 4 I could do, maybe. Ba-da-ba-boom. Restart to install the latest Windows updates. No. Reach, Tanyao, Dora, Pinfu. Ipatsu Sumo. That'd be nice. Oh, okay. Well, there goes my last dealer. I do have a number of groups here. 6 of them to be exact. I could certainly make something happen. I just wish that they weren't all Kanchan or Penchans. Does it lag when you load a game or a hand? No. Should it be? Can't really say that I've ever noticed lag from loading a game or a hand. I have no idea what Shimochar is doing, although I know very well what Kamichar is doing. Probably just like Hatsunomi or something. Maybe something with the daughter, I suppose. Is there a Pinzu heavy or a Sozu heavy hand? I don't know. Manzu also dangerous. Oh, cool. It was a 7-man for some reason. Whatever. I didn't get Rond, so who cares? Gee. Really? Really? That's so lame. Tanya Dora Dora, as expected. Okay. Everything's working itself out somehow. Yosh. Ishanten. Am I? No. Shanten. Whatever. Better than nothing. Really? 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 What is this mess? What is this mess of a starting hand? It's nothing, it's garbage, it's trash, it's hell. Whatever. I'd each pin for Dora. That'll put me in third. Come, of course. Okay, fine, whatever. 3 mana's fine. I'll take it. Just need to pick up the 4 man, and everything will be fine. Really? Think so? Really? Get Rond. Please, Toyman, get Rond. Please, Toyman, get Rond. Please, Toyman, get Rond.
Tsumo! の勝ちだ。
Whatever. And now he will try. Pom.
Pom.
Ish. This is reasonably wide for any Shanten. Ignore the fact that if I had kept the 7 and 2, so I'd be in tempo right now. Just ignore that one.
Boom. Reach.
Richie.
ミスでしたか。
Richie ka. Yeah, I can drop 7 pin. I can drop 7 pin. 7 pin's fine. That's not a suji bait. Guaranteed. I don't like... Actually, no, having this Thuso is fine. Having the Thuso is fine here. Wait. I thought I had dropped it, but turns out I haven't. So 3-so is perfectly good. 6-so is the bad one. 6-so is the one I've dropped. Idiot. Can't just randomly throw out Ichis just because you're in Tenpai. It's not how the game works. Like, I get that he was probably on a Shampon or a Tanki for the Dora. Oh, it's probably a Tanki for the Dora. Like, it could have been a Tanki for the Dora, since 2 people had dropped it already. He could have been risking it for the biscuit, and he would have gotten me too. Like, if I'd gotten to Tenpai, I would have dropped the Chun. Regardless of this guy's Dichi. But either way, that's still stupid of him. So in the end, I win. I was right. I've chosen wisely. Though at the end of the day, I still have too many groups. So this is still Rian Shanten. Ishanten. Run.
ロンです。
よし。
三色同順ドラ。
I have chosen wisely. Again. Wait. Dora is Chun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Ara. Well, isn't that helpful? Hmm. Is that right? I guess so. Yeah, if I pick up 7 pin, I can drop 6-0, and then it's a 5. Wait, no. Huh? I guess I'll drop 9 pin here. I guess I'll drop 9 pin here. It's going that way. Ichi. 聞いてないよ。This is like a winnable Tanyao scenario. Definitely. Okay, Ishanten. Torappu standby! I do love that voice line. Skip. A skipperoo from me to you. 3 mana. 3 mana. Boom. 3 mana's fine. Wait. Tanyao Dora. Nice upgrade. Chi! Nine's was a bit dangerous, but we shove anyway. Probably should have thought a little before shoving. But whatever, we shove. Last sumo. As long as I don't pick up Shonpai, I'm probably fine. Yay, I'm fine. Tenpai. I thought 3-pin looked dangerous. Now, surely this is the Cheetoid's hand, right? Unless... Picking up a bunch of tiles, but none of the tiles that I'm picking up are connected to anything. It's pretty sad. Unless I pick up a tile that is connected to something. I have a feeling I'm going to pick up the 4-man, and then I won't know what to do after that. 2 so is just as bad. I guess if I pick up the 4 man or the 5 so, I just drop 1-1, go for Tanya again. I mean, this does put me in Ishanten, so I suppose I'll take it. Ha ha ha. Ah. Picked it up right after.
リーチ
Lichi, chi.
地位。お姉様を勝利に導けない者は
Minna iranai. Cries in 1p. I ain't crying though. I'm glad those 1ps are gone. They would ruin my... Yay.
どん
If
です
I'd kept those 1ps, I wouldn't have been able to do this.
タンヤオ
Tanyao. Nice Dichi, bro. Hand it over. Give it to me. That thing. Your Ichi stick. Daughter's 3-pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. Wow. What a good draw. I want to use the 1-2 pin because I want to use the daughter. So it's a choice of, do I drop 5... Like, I could drop 5/8 pin. I could drop 5/8 so. Which one is the best one to drop, though? Oh, wow. Ha 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 ha, you're making things very difficult for me, game. One, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I guess this works. I suppose this works. Binzu are scary though. Should probably drop 5-pin. Or 6-pin or 8-pin. Should probably drop one of the Binzu soon. I could, of course, have dropped north and kept the 8 pair and tried to work towards the potential triplet here. But this hand is not that good. I mean, like, it's pretty slow, and the shape isn't that good. So I'm just keeping north as a safe tile, in case I need to fold. I mean, the shape's alright. It's a very slow hand. So if I need to fold, I have some ammo in the tank. I think Kamicha's probably in Tenpai at the moment. They're either in Tenpai or very close to it, so I'm not going to drop my Sozu anymore. Probably just fold here. Yeah, I'm folding. Oh, he's in Tenpai as well. Wow, 3 daughters. Makes sense. This guy was in Tenpai, so he had to shove. I didn't read this guy's Tenpai. I probably should have paid more attention. I could have died. I could have been killed. Hon. 1, 2, 3, 3 groups. 4 groups. 4 groups. This is actually, this was actually kind of hard. Do I drop the daughter early, or do I hold out for the daughter usage? The only thing with dropping daughter is that if Kamicha has a pair, I'm immediately just going to give them 3 daughters for free. Okay, Ishanten. Potential SSK as well, if I get the 1 pin. I guess I will try and get 1 pin here. Like, I can cheat and then drop the North and then drop 4 pin afterwards. But I don't really want to do that, is the problem. Okay, guess I'm not doing that. Drop 2 pin. Chi. Unfortunate draws. That would have been a Sun Menchan. But like I would have had to drop from here. That's an interesting tile. That actually does make it a little bit better. It's just a question of what's safe to drop. Seven man looks safe.
トラップスタンバイ
But because it looks safe, it feels sus to me. But like my only other drop then in that case is 1 man. Okay, I knew he had the the 7s as a pair or an Anko. I just didn't. Oh, that's going to be a double run. Okay. Okay, I just didn't know if he was in Tempai yet or not. That's what was scary about it. Nah, whatever. Cheap ass double runs don't affect me. Oy. Interesting draws. Nan Dora, looks like. Nan.
ポン
Now, if I could just get the red 5 man, that'd be nice. A 9. That's also nice. But for a different reason. Okay, now I just need the red 5 man. And we're all good. That changes things a little bit. Pom. Whoa. That my bloody mouse lagged there for a second. Don't know why. Superstar no kagayaki ka よく似ている。Sumo.
つもです。
なんドラ。
なんドラ。
One, two, three groups. Double non-chance. Hero of the South. Ara. Doragetto. That's useful. Question is, do I drop 7 so, or do I hold out for the Itsu chance? Questions. Turappo standby. I feel like dropping 4-pin will be a boon to me, so I'll do it. Wait. Yeah, this guy's doing something crazy. That's why I dropped 4-pin. Because I was like, this looks a bit silly. He's probably doing something silly, so I'll drop it early. That way I don't deal in later with it. Ish. Ishanten. I'm genuinely a bit scared about this Nan. It seems like Shimacho will probably be using it. It's just a question of, can I get it out before he gets to Tenpai? One pin's not safe. I'm waiting for a safe tile, but one pin isn't safe. I mean, it's probably more or less safe. Alright, looks like none is safe after all. Sweet. Hang on to it then. It might become unsafe in the near future, but for now... Wait, there we go. Alright, this expands my options a bit more, and it gives me a safe tile. Why does Kamicha also look like they're doing something insane? I wish they would stop. Reach. What'll it be, Shimo? Are you going to keep pushing, or will you fold? Oh, looks like Toyman is fully locked and loaded. I won't let that bother me, though. I'll simply just out-Ridichi them. I'll just win. Here we go. Time for the sumo. Or the potential run. Because 3-so appears pretty safe. At least to Toyman, if not to me. And Haite Sumo incoming in 3, 2, 1. Sumo. Ah, that's north. Oh well. Tenpai.
次の曲は欲しい牌が弾けるかな。
So be it. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Pretty good. Pom.
ポン。
Potential ton, potential Dora. There's the ton. Ishanten. Wait,
あ
Tenpai.
れれ、
ポン。
この
ポン
牌捨てちゃダメでした？
Wait, a better Tenpai. I will probably Khan the East if it shows up at this point. I think this is worthy of a Khan. Khan.
カン。
Yosh. Gave myself 3 daughters. Keikagudori. And 2/5 man looks safe against me as well. That's another advantage. Wait. But I guess it doesn't really matter if I just sumo it. Wait. Sumo. There you go.
ツモです。
Ton. That's Dora-san.
トン。ドラさん。
Free dealer Mangan.
マンガン。
That'll put me in first. Is this Cheetoy? Maybe Sananko? Oh, don't mind if I do. Can pawn that Nan. Nice and easy. This could turn into like a Toy Toy or something cool like that. Toy Toy, Sananko, Suanko, pause champ. Ishanten. Ishanten for Sananko though, so I could still Sananko here.
リーチ。
Ba, ba, ba. Miss Chitoy? I know. I missed Menhon Chitoy. Sasugani ne?
ミスでしたか。
Pause champ.
トラップスタンバイ
Torappu standby. Riichi. I thought about rotating back into Tenpai, but now I kind of just want to fold. So I'm going to do that. Wait.
ロン。
Ron, it was a 3/6.
リーチ。ピンフ。
So I could have shoved 7 so. But I was right to assume that the Sozu were dangerous. But it's fine. Moves into South 4. I just need to survive this last hand. He needs a Mangan. He doesn't need a Mangan. Actually, no, yeah, he definitely doesn't need a Mangan. He only needs like 3 Han, really. 2 Han, depending on the Fu count. This is hard to do Tanya with, so I might refrain from doing Tanya here. Because I need the Vorso and the 6 man. I mean, I'll chi for Tanya. I will chi for Tanya. If it gives me a... Oh god. That's it. That's all he needed to get first off of me, if he sumos. Hell, even if he runs, that's pretty much enough. Chundora-san, that's 4 Han. That's literally all he needs to come first now. Alright, this could work. Maybe not. What is this? My hand is being weird. Not sure what to do with it. I'm not gonna chi your 8-pin. Stop offering. Okay, 2-pin. I was super scared of 2-pin. But luckily it worked. Ishanten. Do I chi? I can't chi that. Really? You're giving me 3-pin now? That's so cringe. Like, I could have cheated for like the 6, 7, 8, I suppose. And then I could have dropped like one of something else and then dropped the 9 later. Oh well. This Ishanten is reasonably wide, like... It could be fine. It's just mainly a matter of whether 6-0 is safe or whether 3-pin is safe. 3-pin reeks of danger to me, so I think 6-0 is probably safe. I think 6-0 is the safer tile than 3-pin. I mean, ideally I pick up the dupe so that I can pinfu and I don't have to Richi on a Tanki. Or I could just fold, let this go to Ryukyoku, and then try again next round. That's also an option. Although I know that Shimucha is in Tenpai, so he could run someone any moment now. No. Yeah, 6-9 pin. 6-9 so rather. I knew that was dangerous, that's why I didn't drop 6-0. But that works. Nice first place for me. Yosh. Alright. I'm still managing to fulfill my promise of never going back under 1600. Let's keep... I'm barely hanging on, but let's keep it going. Anyways. Now it is about time for me to go make dinner. So let's see if there's anyone else online to raid. No, really. Alright, I'm just gonna end. Bye-bye. See you back to